Happy Martin Luther King Day, everybody. Hi, Bobby. How are you?
I'm good. How about you, Pat? I've
I'm
been thinking
doing
a lot.
great. I'm enjoying the splendors, which is MLK Day.
I've been thinking a lot about MLK. And is he as important as we make him out to be?
What?
Yeah, because here's my thing, right? I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news at all lately, Pat,
Okay.
but all the important people in politics and influential people got to go to a certain island. And I did not see Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s name on that list. So I'm just throwing it out there.
Whoa.
Could he have been that important if he was not on Epstein's island?
Oh my God. You're right. He wasn't on that list.
Like, what are
You're
we even
right.
doing here?
But was Senior on the list?
That would be great. Junior was just a product of what happened on the island. I have a dream that one day I will not have to jerk off a fucking member of the Jewish Secret Service for funds on camera anymore.
His parents are Martin Luther King Sr. and Rosa Parks, and they were at the island, and
Let's be honest.
they made the ultimate powerful African American speech boy,
Well, let's be
Martin
honest.
Luther King
He
Jr.
was being spied on by the FBI. They were doing everything they could to set up and extort him, but even they didn't send him to Epstein's island. So again, how important could this guy be?
You know what? I think it's just a day to sell mattresses. That's all it is. Pat's the girl I'm hanging out with.
Pet the
Does
girl
fortunes.
I'm hanging out with. Oh,
No, but then he says Pat the next thing. So Pat, the girl I'm hanging out with, does fortunes, like reads fortunes, or she just sleeps with people with money. I do fortunes.
I know lots of fortunes like that.
Or fortune cookies.
Are we waiting for an answer?
Oh
Or
no, I thought you were
do we
gonna
think
say
it'll
something off the
do
fortune
we think
cookies.
it'll take too long because his hands are in his pants?
I don't. I think he commented that, then ran away because I didn't put it up right away. So
Well,
anyway,
we tried. I'm glad it derailed our whole MLK went to Epstein Island bit.
yeah, but without MLK having a day off, could the Buffalo Bills play in the snow on a Monday at 4 o'clock? No.
You know, I'm gonna
Thank
be
you.
honest. I think they could.
I don't know. A regular Monday, you need a man to have the day off.
So we can go to the island. I'm
Now,
confused.
I thought we were supposed to observe that day, like across the board, like another day. But I had a doctor's appointment this morning. Why was the doctor's open?
So MLK had this dream where working class people could run errands on a Monday in early January. No, that's another conspiracy I have. All kidding aside, is that, dude, I think they put all these holidays in this time of year so people didn't fucking off themselves. Like, this is the
What?
worst time of year for people with seasonal depression. Like, the holiday, all that hype's gone. Now it's just fucking cold and dark early. I think they're like, let's throw in an MLK day so they get a Monday off. Let's throw in a President's Day so they get a 4-day weekend. Valentine's Day so they can have some babies.
Well, MLK Day they threw in because he died, but like President's Day they could have thrown in at any time. So I think you're right on that one. That one they could make any time because that's not even when you get. You would think President's Day would be the day in January when you get inaugurated, right? Wouldn't that
Yeah,
make sense? Not
yeah.
February something.
Well, it's between two of, like, I think it was Lincoln and Washington's birthday. But again, that's just bullshit reasoning to pick a day in February because it's fucking cold.
Why are Lincoln and Washington the two presidents I learned about in school and not anybody else?
Because they never told a lie.
No, one of them didn't Lincoln lie.
No, Honest Abe.
He was honest, but he didn't not tell a lie. Not tell a lie was George, right?
They both notoriously never told a lie.
Well, no, but at least Abe was smart enough to never say I don't ever tell a lie. Because if he did, like he's like, yeah, you're right. I love stovetop hats, or whatever they're called. Maybe he didn't love them. Maybe he just someone bought it for him. He's like, I gotta wear this hat.
I
He might
mean,
have been a liar a little bit.
here's the thing. They were both just autistic. They were incapable of lying.
That's the Shane Gillis joke. It's great.
Yeah, we were dancing dangerously close to it, but
I was going more Abe, if you noticed. It's like, I was dancing near Abe in his days. Who's your favorite president of all times?
Jefferson Davis.
That wasn't a president, was it?
Mm-hmm.
No, Jefferson was Thomas Jefferson, and then like
Thomas Jefferson was the
some
third. Jefferson Davis was a president in the United States.
when
Civil War.
Jefferson Davis?
Hmm.
I think he won like American Idol.
No, I'm pretty sure he led the Confederacy.
Jefferson Davis?
He was the president of the Confederacy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
That's not
know
a president. Okay, I didn't. I was gonna say he was
it
not a
was just a
real one.
joke. I was seeing how far we could
I
go because
wouldn't
it
have
was
gotten
almost
it
like
ever because I don't know the presidents. I'm like, okay,
a,
I just shocked I didn't know a guy with two last names was president. Grover Cleveland.
he was cool. My favorite president, I was a big here's my issue. So Thomas Jefferson was dope because he was like strict constructionist, but then he bought Louisiana, which was the opposite of everything he thought. So for those reasons, I'm probably gonna go with John F. Kennedy. He was the only one who probably got killed over pussy.
You think he got killed over sex?
Mm-hmm.
Not because he was too handsome to live.
Ironically, I don't think it was female sex he got killed over.
Yeah, his boy Lem.
Mm-hmm.
He loved him some Lem.
He did. And George W. Bush Sr. was like, let me become president of the United States. Click, click, boom. Hey, I'm at this fort 30 miles away conveniently, just reporting in so in case anybody wants to know what I'm doing today. My son's going to fly 2 airplanes into a tower to get people to forget that MLK Jr. went to Epstein Island.
Lem had some sweet photos. They were like in tight ass bathing suits, just chilling, touching. You could Google. I like that. Whoever when the internet started, someone's like, put some Lem photos in there, and you're like, all right.
It was fucking Lem. He was like, yo, put some of my pictures up.
Yeah. Oh, imagine, dude. Imagine now if let's say let's say Biden was having a gay affair, right? Do you know how loud and obnoxious the man who bangs a Biden would be? Like in 2024, he's like, "Don't you shut me up, baby. Dr. Jill. I'm the one for taking that ass. Why do you think he's sniffing boys? He's smelling me on him."
Jesus Christ. What does America
What?
come to? And then we all just turn Russian. We all just are like, we're out. We can't handle this.
He goes, "What does America come to?" And he turns and goes, "I'll come 3." It's like, all right, get out of here. Why are you on the TV?
Whoa. It's that Dylan Mulvaney chick.
Dude, that would be awesome. If Joe, that's what, you know what? That's what the Democrats should do. They should have Biden, but the vice president now be Dylan Mulvaney. Like, that's the ultimate. We're just going for it. You guys love her, right?
No,
you
we
guys
don't.
love Bud Light and Good Times.
I do like Good Time Sally.
Good Times Sally.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lady though, right?
But I don't know. I just said something. Was hoping you had something to follow it up, and nobody'd ask more questions.
No. Because I meant I didn't. I don't know all the hip terms. I didn't know if Good Time Sally was like a trans term or meant like a regular lady that's a good time.
Oh, it wasn't a trans term. I'm not a big fan.
No, but Dylan Mulcahy, right? Isn't that a trans?
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I just kind of considered it a twink. We were doing the twink thing, and the president was banging. I just
right, but you also, but in today's society, back then, all you could get was a lem. You know what I mean? You weren't even getting a bear back then. There was no bears.
That's true.
They might have been like real quiet somewhere, someone doing that, but you couldn't be out as a bear. You couldn't be out as a twink, but you could be flamboyant, like Liberace, and be like, "I'm jazzy."
Yeah, he's quirky. Look at this guy.
Right. Who was the guy who was on the talk shows that was gay as shit? Like the old time game shows. What the fuck was it? Before Jim J. Bullock. He was on the black and white one. Is it Phil Silver? It was someone like that.
Yeah, it might have been.
Gay as shit. He's like, heavens to Murgatroyd.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, because he was that bird, that cat. What was the cartoon cat's name? Stage left.
Sylvester Stallone.
No, Sylvester Stallone was the guy who poops on glass.
He's also gay though.
I don't think he's gay. I think he's bi, because he does bang chicks.
I don't need that. I operate in the binary.
Binary?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a canary that fucks both males and females? What do they call it? What was the canary in prison? That was the person that you talked, right?
Yeah, you sang. Because here's what they would do. They would put it in a coal mine. That way, if you ran out of oxygen, the bird would die before you, and you would know to get out of there.
Wait, what?
Mm-hmm. Canary in a coal mine.
You would take a canary in the coal mine with you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you weren't sure if you were dying, you looked at a bird, and then if the bird was dead, what did you do? Just run?
So the canary would sing, right? And it would make noise. And since it's such a tiny bird, if the oxygen got thin, it would die before you. So you would know to get out of there because the oxygen was too thin.
That's wild. But the
Yeah,
air's
that's
already
wild.
thin.
You should know what they're doing in Chile. It's just little boys. They're like,
Yeah,
oh
the
shit,
Chilean,
Pablo, stop singing, get out of the mine, and then it collapses.
the Chilean miners means two things: the coal and boy.
Yeah, dude. Remember that soccer team that got trapped in the cave?
Yes, I didn't know they were a soccer team, but I thought that was just Chilean coal miners. I think you're confusing the Chilean rugby people who got caught in the Andes
Maybe that's what I was
with
thinking of.
the miners who just got caught in a coal mine. Chile doesn't do well with rubble.
Or Wells, apparently.
No. Wells. They don't. I don't think Chile.
You're telling
does it
me they
well.
weren't trying to do the first ever underground soccer game, and it went poorly. Somebody scored a goal, all the fans started cheering, and it led to a collapse. That's not what occurred.
I'm not telling you that didn't happen. I'm just telling you that's not the news they put out there. I think that's the real shit we need to get towards. That they were just being.
Oh fuck.
They were just being so South American that they destroyed a mountain. You're being too South American right now. Please stop.
Somebody scored a goal and they started shooting off their fucking fireworks and it blew up the cave. And they're like,
there's a 300-pound woman in a halter top on a moped doing donuts as they win. Somebody's just grilling bananas on the side of the mountain. Like, what the fuck are you doing? We won. What the fuck? We're not playing anybody. There's no one else in the mine.
They start singing against each other. They've made rival factions.
Chile, 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 Chile. I also like saying it like Chile. I'm sure I'm pissing people off, but that's way more fun to go, oh, Chile.
I mean, that is how they pronounce it. You're just
right, and also chili is a
correct.
tasty dish, and I don't want to confuse the two.
Do you eat chili when it's chili in Chile?
I don't think does it get chili in Chile?
Yeah, in the winter.
Or in the Andes?
In the summer, I mean, it gets chili in Chile because it's in the south.
Oh, is that how that works?
Yeah,
why would they call? Then don't call that summer then.
What are they supposed to do? Be like, in the real world, it's winter, but down here we call it summer.
The real world.
Yeah. Anything that matters it's played on the top half of the globe. Let's be honest.
Dude, that's my favorite. Like up until like 5 years ago, I listen. I'm not a fan of like everybody being woke, but I do like that we finally learned to stop going. Like Americans stop going to other countries and calling them foreigners to their face.
Yeah,
what are foreigners doing in your land?
Right. And like, let's be honest, we got some big players. We've got us, we've got England, we got Russia, we got China and India. What do you notice about all five of those? Northern Hemisphere, my guy.
Right. Are we still top five?
Yeah, I consider anybody who has nukes in the top.
I heard Poland's got nukes.
Well, I know one Polish person, and they don't make the most rational decisions in the world, so we should probably take the nukes away from them. They'll do things and be like, hey, we're going to drop the nukes today. What if we drop the nukes tomorrow? Would you be mad if we drop the nukes next week?
I told you, I know I told you that we were going to do nukes next week. And I plan on still doing the nukes next week. But there's an off chance that we have to move nukes back. Would that be okay if we move back nukes? Would that be okay?
Now that we've moved back nukes, now that we're finally feel so guilty about not dropping the nukes, we're going to drop the nukes. We've got 2 hours to drop the nukes. Then I got another appointment.
Yeah, and it's not with someone else to drop nukes. I swear to God, you're the only one to drop nukes with. I'm not nuking anybody else.
I'd be happy with that reassurance.
That's our show, everybody. Even if you don't get it, that is our show.
The best part about that is you got it, I got it. The only other person who will get it probably isn't going to watch, but if they did, they're not going to be happy.
Well, you'll find out because there'll be a nuke at the door.
Oh, God.
Wait, I heard you have nukes too. No, I've never had. I heard you had nukes somewhere else. I didn't. I just said that because I thought you had nukes.
I thought you had nukes too. God damn it!
I was pretending to have nukes because you had nukes. How many Polacks does it take to screw in a nuke?
7, and apparently they really don't like those jokes.
Well, what's harder is telling those jokes to someone who's young enough where those jokes went away. So you have to fill them in and go, oh, first, before we do these jokes, Polacks are dumb. Okay, go.
Need you to accept this previously universally accepted premise that
Oh, wait, you're also blonde? You're going to hate all these jokes.
you aren't also Helen Keller by any chance, are you? Because if you are, then I'm over 3.
I love that there was a guy back in the day who just killed it at a bar, and everyone's like, he's the funniest man I've ever met. And all he did was Helen Keller, Polish and blonde jokes. And he just, or those little Johnny jokes, like little Johnny fisted your mom, ta-da, whatever the joke was. It's not even a joke. It's like, yeah, rape.
Oh yeah, I remember. And then there was one where he was asking questions, and then like the headlights in the garage, and it was always sexual terms. I didn't know why it was funny.
I want to find some. I want some little Johnny joke. The guy who wrote those was the best. He's like, it's the opposite of a puppet because the puppet is supposed to make you go, oh, the puppet's racist. But his joke's like, little Johnny, he's the worst.
Yeah. My friend said this. While you're looking that up, let me ask you a question, Pat. So,
Yes.
What was MLK's big thing?
What was his big thing?
Judge
Don't want his
people
dick.
judge people by the content of their character. No. According to the FBI, lots of women could attest it.
Yeah, but he still got his fuck on.
Oh, he did. That's what I mean. That's what the FBI documented and ultimately was charged in civil court and convicted of killing him because of. But it was like judge people by the character of their by the content of their character, not by the color of their skin, right?
Right.
So by that logic, you should be allowed to say the N-word. Why don't you say the N-word in honor of MLK today?
Well, I didn't have the day off, so I feel like it wouldn't be fair.
Right, which would be like a real person who would be allowed to use that word. It's
So-
like if you think about your life, if anybody would be allowed to, it would be us.
All right. You know what? I'll do it. The N-word. Number 1. During English class, the teacher asked little Johnny, have you ever heard of the word contagious before? Of course, miss, Johnny replies. My father actually said it when we were talking yesterday. Can you repeat it for the rest of the class and tell us how I use it in a sentence? Yes, miss. We were watching the neighbors take his garbage out when his bin tipped over, spilling rubbish all over the driveway. Dad said it's gonna take all the contagious to pick all that up. I don't get it.
I don't get it. Is that a
It's
that
going
a
to
slur
take
we don't know?
Wait, it's gonna take the contagious to pick all that up.
I got it. It's gonna take the cunt ages
Oh
to
my
clean all that
God.
up. It's actually a pretty fucking good joke.
Holy shit!
Little Johnny's 1 for 1.
By the way, I don't know if anyone can see my phone if I turn. If I turn on, can you read anything?
Am I gay test?
That's what's underneath the "Am I gay?" test.
I don't know where you are, but you shouldn't be there anymore.
Little Johnny asked the teacher, "Can I be punished for something I haven't done?" The teacher is shocked. "Of course not, Johnny. That would be very unfair." Johnny is relieved. "That's good to know," he says, "because I haven't done my homework." You cunt. No.
That one was a little telegraphed, if I'm being honest, Johnny.
I didn't like that one was clean afterwards. So far, number 1's winning. Little Johnny was sitting in class one day, and the teacher was talking about life, and asked him, "Little Johnny, what do you want your wife to be like?" And he answered, "Like the moon." And the teacher said, "That's such a beautiful answer, because it's calm and peaceful." Little Johnny said, "No, because it appears at night and disappears in the morning. Hey-oh! That's not how the moon works. The moon's there the whole time.
Yeah. Also, little Johnny seemed a little disillusioned.
And I bet where's weirder. Little Johnny's teacher has some wild ass conversations with Little Johnny.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a better reason for the moon. Like
It's the moon.
far away, holy. I'm trying to come up with it. I don't know. I got nothing.
No, what my favorite thing about the moon is, remember the honeymooners? And Ralph Cramden's catchphrase was, "I'll punch my wife."
Yeah.
It was like the most favorite show ever. And he's like, "Bang zoom to the moon, just punch my wife. Here I come."
That's why it was everybody's favorite show ever. He was saying what we were all thinking, Pat.
Why? You know, when they go back and cancel all these people, how come they're not going back? I think you can still find that on TV sometimes.
But like I guess I get what you're saying, but also it's kind of like if you put it out there, like, you know,
Dude, he would look at his wife would be like, "Hey, don't be drunk," and she's like, "Bang zoom to the moon." You know, yeah, this is why I don't want you to be drunk and drive a bus for a living.
listen, you little contagion. She's like, what? He's like, you get it if you're a little Johnny. All right,
Yeah, you know.
I make the fucking money. You're not gonna tell me how to fucking spend it.
No, I didn't fuck Norton. He fucked me. Like what?
I
No.
I love you because you're like the moon, only been crossed by white people.
Only a wolf would howl at it. How about that? You like that? Fucking wolves like you because you're a fucking dog.
You are like the moon because you're a full-time cunt once a month when you get that bleeding. Man, might hit you.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, Ralph Cramden. Crampton was the man.
Yeah, dude, he told it like it was.
It was the most popular show ever. People would rank it. It's the greatest show of all times. What's it? A bus driver wants to punch his wife. The end.
Okay, let's talk about other popular shows at that time.
All right.
The I Love Lucy?
Yeah, but they didn't punch.
No, not on camera. That's kind of my point. The honeymooners put it out there like, I will do this. Behind the scenes, Ricky Ricardo was like, you better make him fucking laugh, Lucy.
But at least that show was like, for that time, that was an interracial couple. People were like, "What the fuck, Desi Arnaz?" You know what I mean? Like that was like woke.
Yeah, and if only they knew what he was doing behind the scenes, it would have led the other side to be like, "We told you." He used to check her hymen and be like, "Lucy, you got some explaining to do."
Is this? I smell Fred in here, and the whole club, Babaloo.
You smell like the gentleman who sold me the jazz cigars.
All right. The Sunday school teacher is a little concerned that his kids might be a little confused about Jesus. So he asks his class, "Where is Jesus today?" Susie replies, "He's in heaven." Mary replies, "He's in my heart." Little Johnny says, "He's in the bathroom." The teacher says, "How do you know this?"
Little Johnny got molested.
Said, because that janitor named Jesus touched my dick in the bathroom. He touched Big Johnny. By the way,
everybody leave the classroom. It's recess except for Johnny. We got to get the psychiatrist in here.
I do like that a little Johnny joke has Jesus in it. Like, what the fuck? All right, so Johnny says he's in the bathroom. The teacher says, "How do you know this?" And little Johnny says, "Well, every morning my father gets up, bangs on the bathroom door, and yells, 'Jesus Christ, are you still in there?'" Hey-o.
All right, little Johnny. I like that one.
I liked your punchline better because I got molested. Good night, everybody. Little Johnny comes home and tells his daddy, "Dad, tomorrow there's a special adults evening at school." Daddy's surprised. "Really? Special?" "Yes, nods Johnny. It'll be just you, the teacher, the headmaster, and 2 police officers." "What the fuck?"
Because it turns out I really did get molested. Jesus wasn't in the bathroom.
Why are there two police officers? What the fuck did Johnny do? Holy shit. All right, you know what? I'm going to get to the punchline. I'm going to have you guess one before we do it, all right?
Yeah, I love this.
Little Johnny walks a cow through the village square. The mayor sees him and asks, "Hey, Johnny, where are you going with that cow?" "I'm taking her to the bulls so she could get pregnant," answers Johnny. The mayor is shocked. "Surely your father had better be doing that." What's the punchline?
He's already busy fucking a cow. Your wife.
Kind of close. Little Johnny thinks about it for a bit and shakes his head. "Nah, I think it's really best left with the bulls." So he flipped it. He thought they wanted his dad to fuck them. Little Johnny's killing it. All right. Teacher, "It's the fourth time you're late for school this week, Johnny. Do you know what that means?"
It means that the therapy's not working, and I'm not getting better because of what Jesus did in the goddamn bathroom. I'm clearly acting out. I'm bringing a cow through the town square. I'm late for school every day. There's a real problem with Jesus in the bathroom.
And you know my neighbor, that real cunt.
Yeah, she's the cunt who allowed it to happen.
Unfortunately, the answer is, Little Johnny responds, "That it's Thursday, Miss Bramwell." Number
Johnny's
8.
got swag. I'm not gonna lie, but it makes me feel concerned that something's awry at home. He needs a little too much attention. If we could get him and start getting him to do stand up now, he might be like Joe Cantello.
I don't think Little Johnny is no longer with us. I don't think.
What happened?
You there?
What happened to
Right
little
here?
Johnny? Yeah, what happened to little? What the fuck happened to little Johnny?
Oh, dude, these things came out so long ago. He's gotta be dead.
Oh, I thought it
And
had
number
to do
8.
with what we were talking about earlier.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Number 8. "How much is half of 8? The teacher asked. Little Johnny, "Up and down or across?" Teacher says, "What do you mean?" Little Johnny says, "Well, up and down makes a 3, or across the middle leaves a 0. Oh.
No,
Man.
I got that. I got that right away. I think I might have the same type of autism as little Johnny because I knew exactly what he meant right away. Where he's like, "Left, all right, yeah, I see it."
Number 9. Teacher, "What is an island?" Little Johnny, "A piece of land surrounded by water, except on one side." Teacher, "On one side?" What's his answer?
The inside.
The top. Little Johnny sucks right now. He was doing good.
Little Johnny should have quit while he was ahead. I wish little Johnny would get kidnapped and sent to another island and forced to do things for billionaires that secretly work for Mossad.
And then he would be the bottom side.
Yeah, you know what side gets wet, Johnny? All the sides, because you don't get a choice.
Because you're getting sprayed like a fucking black kid trying to go to school in the 70s.
Is that me or you?
That's me. People just
okay.
want to bother me. My headphones are starting to die on me. Number 10. Teacher, "If 1 plus 1 equals 2 and 2 plus 2 equals 4, what is 4 plus 4? Little Johnny, "That's not fair. You answer the easy ones and leave us with the hard ones." Hey.
I don't.
Like Jesus in the bathroom. He left me with the hard one.
Okay,
Right in my
yeah,
ass.
I like that. I like edgy. I like Johnny's edgier stuff.
It's not fucking me.
Yeah.
Is this thing on? Number 11. Mother, "Johnny, if you keep being this naughty, you'll get kids who will be very naughty to you." Little Johnny, "Oh, Mom, you just betrayed yourself there, didn't you?" What?
Because kids, it would always be like, if you keep, you're gonna get a kid who's as bad as you, and so she would be like, if you keep misbehaving, you're gonna raise kids that are just as bad as you are. And he's like, aren't you kind of just giving yourself up there, Mom, that you were a bitch, and that's why you have to raise me?
I thought he was calling himself naughty.
He
Your
is.
Mother. Like you're a naughty mom.
That's 2024, Johnny. Hey, stepmom. That's because I'm a naughty boy, a real rude boy. I couldn't get my R to roll there. Sometimes I'm a little too high. It doesn't work.
Was it too hard? Your R?
Yeah, my R was
Um,
a little too hard to roll.
Little Johnny's neighbor just had a baby. Sadly, the baby was born without any ears. I like where this is going. When the mom and baby came back home from the hospital, Johnny's family was invited over to see the baby. Before they left their house, little Johnny's dad had to chat with him and explain how the baby had no ears.
I'm
Johnny's
going to
dad
stop you
also
right
told
now.
him,
This is on
okay,
Johnny's dad. I don't know
yeah,
Johnny well, but you should not bring Johnny around a baby without ears. Just leave him at home.
you you shouldn't bring Johnny around any babies. Ears, no ears. Johnny should be kept in a cage. Johnny's retarded.
Johnny needs some help.
Johnny definitely is when he goes to like special classes at school. He's there, but he's like tied up like Hannibal Lecter. He's got like the mask on and some ropes.
He's one of those weird kids who's too smart for the special needs, but too special for the regular classes.
Yeah, he's not special. He's not special enough for regular needs. But Johnny's dad also told him that if he so much as mentioned anything about the baby's missing ears, or even I can imagine the dad, but Johnny, if you fucking say one thing about this stupid baby's missing fucking ears, or even said the word ears, he would get the hiding of his life when they came back home. That's in the joke. I'm gonna skin your ass. I'm gonna bring you on a deformed baby, knowing you're a lunatic. But if you say one fucking thing, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you, dude. That's not his fault.
Also, it's why Johnny is the way he is. You taught
His
him to
dad's
not
mean.
express emotions properly.
Yeah, shove it all down here and we'll beat the shit out of you. Your mom's a whore. It's all happening here. Little Johnny told his dad he understood and agreed not to mention the baby's lack of ears. I don't know why that sentence makes me laugh. Lack of ears is great. Johnny looks in the bassinet and says, "Wow, what a beautiful baby." The mother replies, "Why, thanks, Johnny." Johnny said, "He has beautiful little feet, beautiful little hands, a cute little nose, and really beautiful eyes. Is he able to see all right?" "Yes," said the mom. "We're so grateful. The doctor said he will have perfect vision." "That is great," said little Johnny, "because he'll be stuffed if he needed glasses." I guess stuffed is an old term, but I kind of like what he was doing there.
Yeah,
This motherfucker-
Johnny's he'll be fucked if he doesn't if he can't see straight. That's a good question, Johnny. All right, you're back on board.
Yeah, Johnny's like, "We can't Mr. Potato Head man this fucking kid. What are we gonna do with these glasses?" At school, little Johnny was told by a classmate that most adults are hiding at least one dark secret, that this makes it very easy to blackmail them.
Who told him that? Fucking Jesus from the bathroom again? Johnny, on the island, we blackmail most adults with this dark secret.
I want you to know, I Googled like, little Johnny, and then I found like something that said the 13 dirty and clean little Johnny jokes. And it's been really wild. There's been no gray area. It's either been real fucked up. All right.
I want
He
to
said,
know what the fuck Johnny's got going on this island.
All right. So at school, little Johnny was told by a classmate that most adults are hiding at least one dark secret, and that this makes it very easy to blackmail them by saying, "I know the whole truth." Little Johnny decides to go home and try it out. He goes home, and as he's greeted by his mother, he says, "I know the whole truth." His mother quickly hands him $20 and says, "Just don't tell your father." We're not done, but I like where this is going. Quite pleased, Johnny waits for his father to get home from work and greets him with "I know the whole truth." And father promptly hands him $40 and says, "Please don't say a word to your mother." Very pleased, the boy is on his way to school the next day, and he sees the mailman at the front door. Johnny greets him and says, "I know the whole truth." The mailman immediately drops the mail, opens his arms, and says, "Then come give your real father a big hug."
That's the best one.
That is the greatest joke.
Because the dad, it's so funny because the dad also doesn't want him to be his son.
Well, no, I mean, like, obviously the mom and dad are just cheating, I guess, or I don't know what they're doing, but they're like, shut the fuck up. Here's some
Oh, I
money.
thought the dad was also fucking the mailman.
So wait, everybody was paying money, so no one knows the mailman really delivers to their house.
Yeah, pretty much. He's not even a mailman. He's a mail man.
All right, now we got some short ones. All right. Teacher, Johnny, can you use a sentence with definitely in it? Little Johnny, do farts have lumps in them? Teacher says, of course not, Johnny. Little Johnny says, I definitely shit my pants. Holy shit. By the way, this is the way we're going to celebrate Martin Luther King Day every year.
Dude, that's the best joke I've heard in a long time.
I'm going to die. Oh, my God. The teacher wrote on the blackboard, I ain't had no fun in months. The teacher
I was
asked the
like,
class, what? Have you not visited the mailman?
yeah, John was like, shang on the mailman.
Then the teacher asked the class, how should I correct this sentence? And little Johnny raised his hand and replied, get yourself a new boyfriend.
We kind of got there, yeah.
Little Johnny's the worst boy. Little Johnny's father asked for his report card. Johnny replied, I don't
No,
have it.
you're not my real dad.
He already brought it to me. Little Johnny's father asked for his report card. Johnny replied, I don't have it. Why not? His father asked. He's like, my friend just borrowed it. He wants to scare his parents. That's all right. 17. Teacher, now little Johnny, be honest. Do you say your prayers every night before dinner? Johnny goes, no, miss. My mother's a really good cook. Hey-oh. Little Johnny's teacher said, Johnny, your essay on my dog is exactly the same as your sister's. Did you copy hers? Johnny replied, no, teacher,
No,
it's the same dog.
dog.
Yeah, boom. That's classic hack. Little Johnny's teacher asked, what is the chemical formula for water? Little Johnny replies, HIJKLMNO. The teacher, puzzled, asked, what on earth are you talking about? Little Johnny replies, yesterday you said it was H to O. Hey-o. Little Johnny, teacher, can I go to the bathroom? Teacher, little Johnny, may I go to the bathroom? Little Johnny said, but I asked first. Boom. All right, he's getting shitty. You can't do me. They should have closed with that shit joke. That shit joke was fucking awesome.
Now get down on your knees, you whore, and let me piss in your mouth, is what little Johnny said. And she was like, no, but I'll lose my job. And Johnny's like, it'll be even hotter, won't it?
Yesterday you said H2.
Because I was shoving my little cock down your throat, pissing.
Suck on Big Jonathan.
Come here, my little piss pig.
My little piss pig. It sounds like that could be a terrible like porn thing and also like a kid's book. Oh, my little piss pig. 20 teacher. Does anybody know what we call a person who keeps talking when no one else is interested? Little Johnny, a teacher. Ayo, you cunt. English teacher asked the class, which tense is the sentence I am beautiful? Little Johnny replies, clearly past tense.
It's not bad, Johnny. It's a little
Johnny
good crowd work, my man.
Johnny's making a comeback here. He does work the crowd well. He's way better at working the crowd than he is delivering material. 25. Teacher, where's the English channel?
So is Mario Bosco,
said,
and I've never seen him do crowd work.
Who?
I said, so is Mario Bosco, but I've never seen him do crowd work. I'm just assuming.
Okay, stinks. Teacher, where's the English channel? Little Johnny, I don't know. My television doesn't pick it up. All right, shut up. Teacher, who can tell me where Hadrian's Wall is? Little Johnny, I suspect it's around Hadrian's garden. Hey.
Oh, I was going to say Hadrian could probably tell you where his wall is.
I think they both would be classic examples of answers. The teacher decided to teach the children in her class how to count. When it was Johnny's turn, the teacher asked what number came after 10. Johnny replied, that's easy. A jack. He's a card player, I guess. Little Johnny. Oh, I don't want squeaky clean Johnny jokes. That's here. Honey Does. If they're squeaky clean, is there some
Is
filth
there a
coming?
section of little
Yep,
Johnny
10
jokes?
dirty little Johnny. Here we
How
go. We'll
about
close
how
on
about
this.
little Johnny jokes that didn't age well?
I'm guessing that's what these are.
Nice.
Dirty little Johnny jokes are an extra thing. There we go. Okay. Little Johnny was sitting in English class when the teacher. First of all, I want to make clear these are dirty. So that shit joke, I guess, wasn't dirty.
I'm gonna do that shit joke on stage. I think enough times passed that it's in the zeitgeist.
Little Johnny was sitting in English class when the teacher started talking about grammar. Johnny asked, "Why are periods so important?" Oh no. The teacher informed him and asked why he wanted to know. He said, "When my sister told us that she missed a period, my father began yelling and my mom passed out."
And the mailman cheered.
He's like, "Strikes again." My dick is great.
Jesus left the country.
So little Johnny's teacher is warned at the beginning of the school year not to ever make a bet with Johnny. What the fuck?
Okay.
Unless she's absolutely sure she will win it. One day in class, Johnny raises his hand and says, "Teacher, I'll bet you $50 I can guess what color your underwear is." Oh no, I just got an email that I was supposed to be on Michael Gavin Ali's podcast on Wednesday. And thank God it got canceled. Anyway,
Aw.
he had like 87 guests on it. I just kept saying no. And
He's a bad man with a mic in his hand.
Oh, God.
Do what I did
Teacher,
and
I
bring
bet you-
Ray with you.
Oh, yeah.
Make it a
I
rape
should've-
episode.
We have to get him back on soon. Teacher, I'll bet you $50 I can guess what color your underwear is. She replies, "Okay, meet me after class and we'll settle it." What the fuck? But before class ends, she goes to the restroom and removes her panties. After class is over and the students leave the classroom, Johnny makes his guess. Blue. Nope, you got it wrong, she says as she lifts her skirt to reveal she... What the fuck? This is her
Johnny's
teacher.
got some fucking game.
Wait, and she goes, "Well, come with me out to my dad's car. He's waiting for me and I'll get you the money." She follows him out. When they get to the car, she informs his dad that he got the bet wrong and she showed Johnny that she wasn't wearing any underwear. His dad exclaims, "That motherfucker. He bet me $100 this morning that he'd see your pussy before the end of the day." Who's writing these jokes?
Dude, I thought it was going to be that he got to see her underwear. I'm so happy that he also bet his dad that he could see his teacher's pussy by the end of the day. And his dad was like, "You're on."
Let's go. I'll be in the
Yeah. He's like, "No fucking way, Johnny. You're on."
But then the dad's like, "All right, but here, if it does work, here's you got to bring her out to me." So no problem.
Also, the teacher was like, "I'll tell your dad that I showed you my pussy."
Holy shit. Oh,
Johnny's the
imagine she
shit,
took
dude.
off- To trick him,
You
she
think-
just took off her underwear. He goes, "Let's go."
I'm going to beat that little shit. I'm going to show him my fucking coochie.
Holy fuck.
You think that
What
would
is
work,
going
though?
on?
Like, should I text people right now and be like, "I bet you $50 I could guess the color of your underwear"? You think that would work?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
Well,
give me-
if you want it to work right, I'll be outside. You bring him out to me.
God.
While playing in the backyard, little Johnny kills a honeybee. His father sees him killing the honeybee and angrily says, "No honey for you for 1 month." Later that afternoon, that's a wild thing.
Is
His
this a
dad was an
masturbation joke? Later, his mom caught him jerking off, and his dad said, Johnny said, "No honey for you for a week."
I know, no jizz in the eye for a day. Later that afternoon, Johnny's dad catches him tearing the wings off a butterfly. "That's it. No butter for you for 1 month." Oh, no. Where's this going? Oh, dude, I can see where it's going. Holy shit. Can you guess where it's going?
No,
We
I
went
can't.
honeybee.
I
We went
I
honeybee.
can't think
we
of
went
another
butterfly.
animal.
Yeah, we went honeybee and butterfly.
So another insect.
Yeah. Think. We're part of the word.
Caterpillar.
You're
Rolling
not thinking obvious enough.
fly. I don't know.
Later that evening, As Johnny's mother cooks dinner, a cockroach runs across the kitchen floor.
Dude, Johnny's getting molested. God damn it.
She jumps and stomps on it, then looks up to find little Johnny and her husband watching her. Little Johnny looks at his father and says, "Are you going to tell her, Dad, or do you want me to?"
He knows.
He was going to tell his mom she gets no cock. At dinner.
Dude,
At dinner.
I'm so glad it was his mom, not him intentionally stomping a cockroach because he was tired of getting molested. That's where I thought it was fucking going. Like, I thought he was gonna do something because he was tired of eating it. No more butter, no more honey.
No.
And then then there was a cockroach, he was like, "I got it, dibs, please."
Dibs on cock.
Dibs on no more. Oh God,
Oh,
poor Johnny.
too bad there was no pussy willows around here. Little Johnny asks, "Mommy, where do babies come from?" His mother replies, "The stork brings them." Little Johnny said, puzzled, "Then who fucks the stork?"
That's a classic.
Little Johnny is wild as shit.
The mailman, apparently.
Oh, dude, no one's watching. I don't care. We lost everybody. Fuck you. This is great. This is the way you spend it. Sometimes you just mail one in the best way possible. I'm having a blast. I don't care.
Can I tell you the most disheartening thing in the world is the bits I prepared and thought about all day, just getting nothing in comparison to these ancient little Johnny jokes we unearthed.
Yeah, but then some guy sat there and worked these out. Like he was really, you know what I mean?
That
Whoever
guy
was
should-
writing Little Johnny.
Should be in trouble. There's some serious issues with what some of the things.
He grew up to be, he was Little Johnny, then he grew up to be John F. Kennedy.
That's why they killed him. They're like, we can't have a brain this powerful. Did you hear what he
can't
said
have
about
him-
shit and poo?
He was going to tell his mom about cock.
Dude, we asked him to use the word definitely, and he made it into a shit his pants joke.
Like, who does that? Nobody. Little Johnny catches his parents going at it. What
Makes
is
sense.
happening?
Seems about accurate.
And says, "Hey, Dad, what you doing?" His father yells, "I'm filling your mom's tank." This is the worst dad. Where's DCF? Why is no one taking Johnny away from these people? Johnny's only awful because they're trash. It's like shameless. Johnny says, "Oh well, oh yeah, well, you better get a model that gets better mileage because the milkman filled her this morning."
Milkman's getting some poo.
Everybody's fucking his mom.
And his dad seems aware of it. His dad doesn't seem to be too angry about the whole situation.
His dad's getting sloppy seconds.
From the mailman.
You better get a model that gets better mileage. Like, by the way, the mom is just laying there taking it as Johnny's yelling shit.
Yeah, Jesus. He didn't even stop to be like, "Oh, my bad. I'm filling up your mom's tank." Shut up, you whore, and fucking take it. I don't care if Johnny's watching. She is a whore, Dad. The mailman filled her up earlier.
He didn't close the door saying, "Get out of here." He just keep talking. Kind of like that dad who talks to you through the bathroom and he opens the door, read the paper, like, "All right, dude, close the door.
That's the worst.
Don't shit and talk to me." Little Johnny is walking around and peeks in his parents' room, catching them having sex. So he asks, "What are you guys doing?" And they reply, "Nothing, nothing," which is better. This is a better answer than the other one.
Get out of here.
"We're just making cake," and they send him away. So he continues walking around, and he hears some strange noises coming from his brother's room. So he walks in and catches his brother and his brother's girlfriend having sex. What's going on?
Why does nobody lock their fucking doors in Johnny's household? And why are they all just banging?
The brother
like-
is just openly fucking.
It's one of those fucking porn houses. You know
Everybody's
the
just
ads that
fucking-
always show up on the side of the porn site where it's like a whole family just taking turns banging each other? That's fucking Johnny's house. He lives in a porn house.
Johnny's the guy recording it. It's like
I'm just trying to do homework.
his brother's. He walks in and catches his brother and his brother's girlfriend having sex, and asks him, "What are you guys doing?" And the brother yells, "Get out! We're making cake." So that's the phrase, I guess. So Johnny leaves and goes to his room. The next day, the whole family is at the dinner table, and little Johnny turns to his sister and says, "So, you and your boyfriend were making cake last night, huh?" And she replies, "Oh my God, how did you know?" Johnny replies, "Because I licked the icing off the couch." Holy shit! Holy shit!
I heard that one before, believe it or not. I knew that. I knew where that was going.
What? Wait, why would you let me read that then? What
One
the
time,
fuck?
dude, one time at Christmas, we would go into Ohio because it was like a 12-hour trip, so we'd spend a couple of days. The family was just chilling, and we had a fun joke-telling session. And a young Bobby, one of his first jokes to his entire family was literally the joke he just read, Pat, at 7 years
Oh.
old.
Licking jizz?
And I didn't know. I didn't know what that meant. I just thought it was funny. He was licking icing.
Little Johnny was sitting in class one day. All of a sudden, he needed to go to the bathroom. He yelled out, "Miss Jones, I need to take a piss." Then the teacher replied, "No, Johnny, that is not the proper word to use in this situation. The correct word you want is urinate. Please use the word urinate in a sentence correctly, and I will allow you to go." Little Johnny thinks for a bit and says, "You're an 8, but if you had bigger tits, you'd be a 10."
What I like is Johnny's kind of like those kids who do stand up that their parents write for them, and you're like, this joke would suck if it wasn't been being told by an 8th grader.
Yes.
Johnny's the
I like
shit.
that little John. Little Johnny's like, "Yo, don't worry, teacher. I got you. You did stink."
I know the problem. They just need to be a little bigger.
Yeah. Little Johnny walks into school one day and finds a substitute in place of his regular teacher. She says, "Hello, class. I'm Mrs. Prussy. When you say my name, class, remember it's with an R after the first letter." The entire class says, "Hello, Mrs. Prussy," or Prusy, I guess you're supposed to say. A few days later, the regular teacher is still sick. When little Johnny gets to his desk, the teacher asks what her name is. Johnny thinks hard and says to the teacher, "Remember it has an R after the first letter." Oh, God. Dude, can you guess what he's doing?
Something rape pussy.
No. She's like, "I remember that has an R after the first letter." "That's right," she coaxed. After a few seconds, little Johnny says, "Mrs. Crunt?" Hey, Bobby, tell people where they can see you. We're done. We did it. We're done. We're done.
I don't think people will ever be able to see me again. I'll never be as good as little Johnny.
You got anything going on this weekend?
No, nothing on the books as of yet.
Thursday, I'm at Comics, Mohegan Sun. Friday, I am at Riverwalk Social in Derby. The week after, I am at Fairfield Comedy Club on Saturday, the last Saturday of the month, and on Sunday, I'm back at Comics, headlining a show there. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, all that fun stuff. We appreciate you guys. Happy Martin Luther King Day, everybody. Bobby, you want one more Little Johnny before we go?
Please, and we'll get out of here on this one.
2 children, Little Johnny and Alex, were sitting outside a clinic. Alex was crying very loudly. Little Johnny, "Why are you crying?" "Alex, I came here
Because
for a
Jason
blood
Scoop
test."
hit me.
"I came here for a blood test." Little Johnny, "So, are you afraid?" "Alex, no. For the blood test, they cut my finger." After hearing this, Johnny started weeping, making Alex feel surprised as well as curious. "Alex, why are you crying now?" Little Johnny said, "I came for a urine test." I feel like we can't leave on that one.
Nah, it wasn't his best.
A young female teacher was giving her class of 6-year-olds students a quiz. "Behind my back, I've got something red, round, and you can eat it." Oh, God. "What is it?" she asked. "An apple," replied Raymond. "No," said the teacher. "It's a tomato, but it shows you're thinking. Now I've got something round, which is a greenish color, and you can eat it." "An apple," replied Ian. "No, It's an onion, but it shows you're thinking. Little Johnny sitting in the back of the class says, I got something under my desk that's an inch long, white, and has a red end. Dirty little boy, said the teacher. He goes, nah, it's a match, but it shows you were thinking, he answers. Bobby,
Johnny. If you can't beat him, or if you can't join him, beat him, and don't be a piece of shit.
yeah.